Mema mabeja for akwaba Alfred Martin.
Yeah.
Mpacho
who are you? There's a Monday me by around me.
And you won't me ampa. Say bibia
we life pa ene de sronko.
Oh yes sure.
Sronko.
Martin me da say.
Outfit no so on point.
Me da say. And you na honorable Peter Kwatiaka. Martin.
Ya me dey.
Me bacho ho ye.
Me ho ye na botom no na. Anya papa.
Okay.
Ohia twitwiri die ya. Minuanum de ato yeso o. Otwu ho abi anya yi.
Okay.
Enso yetinkwam.
Di bia be fine. Me da say. Ti mabedwafo na wate omoka no mama wo makwa abachia na ye hyase wo de ekoso ensu a ayiri omampani akufuado wate interministerial committee anano a okọ eye mepei oniomo na ekoye omo analyze the situation no na mahunu kwan omo faso atoto eniema na nikomu nioma ekọ ni ade no ensem bebre no na efi ho no mo aba bako edimu akotene ene yebeboso na fe ya share the relief items akọ ene se ebimukra ekọ lese oman no omampani and declare state of emergency say you drew sa point no a yebehwe na the comment omampani make ya eje ne ho mena ne se mepefo ne omanfo ho nom no omonto aba ema MPP na senke no na wo hwe so dia ka wanko ka kro no so kran ka wansi ho na so owogidie ne se dachi bi no wo mo beto aba ediama MPP na sasem no kan ye no mama hyase wo Alfred ho mama misa as a party communicator uhu se trend ya na se omampani kan sasem no ewo ahonhihia bremu no usomu sen
Michia minya peninso o yanyina musia na page me sorry abetna ha no na michia mo muti yanyina minya ba nsemisi yadanyami asese obia ntumi nhwe ne nkwa at this time. I mean, with all the results I hear and we anticipate and that is the most important thing here or mampeni. Because okay, I can say as for bringing people back to life, they own to me, yeah. But say who him then they say yeah they solve problems there be say sika sempo say ya betu me get back. Inti enu na yeguso aye yeguso aye na ehun say insuo to ato this year no nsu a ewo soro pa ade a ama flats bi aba ma ayewe ahayen inti esa no tributaries ni ade nyina ba no ekọ akosombo dam no mu na ekọ ye no na ye friends ho ye be ma nsu a ese wo ho ye 267 feet na emma ade ne ye ma inti ni se ebro so pe na echa wan hwa nsuo force na ekita no ebe madam no ayede asay inti every time ye hwe sa nyamanyama ya ye hwe dia ebe the best way and the best measure ebe to me ama ya ye way ye de aye nyama na ye de nyama atoto hoye inti eyesa no na president echukwan oba epe na oma before bebanu wama national security other apparatus in ako chefo mosi hotini ade no ma advising and say yes obetumi akona wakosra omo na wahwe esi wo eastern region any Volta region any greater Accra because Adan Kahu Adan West into Woshe districts in yes about 9 or 10 districts in are affected by. This is the 11th time ye be dam no so bibi sa ABC bibi kese sa ABC ansa na president bedu ho no na ye nuanom a omo ho no omo akanyama pi dia se ni din wo ho say president nankasa ondwen voter region for ho president de aka na say o chukwan o kwa manonio even though so ye official duty mpo no na ye de ye no ade baako memo baako a era jifa ablago mashika o say Akufado is mute on the voter victims, but quick to condole with foreigners. As I say, or see above what assembly the da why ye din above what assembly why ye din na ebase yenka abrochia semana mononia sema na ordinanu sum ding. Ora apak so kan den or say Akufo-Addo and Bawumia's posture onumpo de Bawumia kan ho eja omo de asesi a omo bi omo anu omo sorry o omo coffee omo say Bawumia say bibi ukoso bibi ankoso omo say Bawumia nti omampeni mpo wo ho a eye omampeni adwuma no mpo na omo de ahye Bawumia because Bawumia na eye omo problem na omo de Bawumia kan ho say Akufo-Addo and Bawumia's posture to Volta flood victims unconscionable. Clement Apak, NDC MP for Basla. Woko social media, enyama omacho, omasma omonkrof say moncho. Infan said president, do you know? I asked him. Some of them are unprintable words. Until President call hono. No say, Mira, mepe hini. Because obetumi akọ baby abo o sheda no chu say mepe. No call ho. Also na teachu nkrofo pi affect your more nti okọ no se mira mepe hene se ye beka me yeto abama mepe as president of the Republic of Ghana ina me fo bia se meba me fa obia se meba me yiyim se meba ena me ba se Ghana omampeni the father of the nation aseme sia obehwe ne mba mamba say me ba as MPP president ena obia so ntumi mba as an NDC president nsema ekoso say ena wo de wonhwe voter for wonpe agbefo asem ni ade no say ye kan nanka ye to aba momonto man nso nya abanti ena meba me ba ha se asemesi e wo mukro no so kro a mote so sesi a me ina mehwe so baby a mo sesi a ye de ahye mensem nti se ma ba me ba behwe na me make sure say dia ese na efata ese ye ye mamu no ye be ya mamu nti omo ba ha na omo be kenkan nsem no eye omo ba mo nju omo di mo bro omo na nkanche omo say President Oba as a father of the nation. Me sure say wa kan bone.
Na Adam at that point ne ho hia sase mu yobeka. So be anim the ready to say omonto ma ho ana
me be say me nu e be say. Na nka onfre journalist ne nko ne office ho. No nko ye press conference ana. He had the right forum and the right place omko say yendin wo no to talk. You know share their all ye. No can we so can ho man krofo hu say ono mba say obeyi mu sa idin say na nipa say ni ade omo ye ne emboa yen emfa nka bom mba Ghana ha na ye pemputuo so wo Ghana ha ji say ye ka bom. Let us stop this divisive politics because me ko ho me ntumi nka ibenti na wa ko gina won aka che nkrofo say nti omo ba mento omo because omo ndwe mu ho ye ku galamsey wo ka ye ku galamsey no no mako gina galamsey site no mo ka che nkrofo no say enye de ye ba mo ya che mu nyina ye be bia ma mo na mo atumi aye galamsey no ye stop him from doing this galamsey me wa galamsey na say nsuo identity na NDC for mo tsa why this being divisive all the time omunya slightest opportunity pe no person mo de moko gu nkwan ni mu na hihien. It's president do no. Okay, baby, you know chair there oh yeah. No call various places. Okay, share no. Listen, I dare ye can almost started simulation exercise since November 2022. Almost started. Almost check and crop. Almost check. Say, listen, baby, and so no. One try. Say ye be into evacuation there. Say almost started. Mo should safe even. Mo should baby. I'm back. Ko share near there. News item a buy be man be say omo ba ni omo mba no de omo amoko but omo de say omo guard omo property nsuo be ba wo say o guard o property but obia ye ne juma de ese na efata the information went down.
Tiada na yan evacuate na emwa bi o man no no manfa ni sa adwuma no na ye twene nsu ne form wi ansa na ye disika bam eye evacuation adentia
say evacuation ye den wontumi nko wonfa bulldozer nko bubu obi fie ngu ho wo betwe nipa na akono wo betwe na wa back.
But at least you made an effort.
But efforts were made. People were advised. People were taken off from that.
And was
place.
the advice enough?
Wasn't
because when nipa na was so on kodo wodi ode kwanka wonte ho.
Sometimes some of us pese ye hu nyama bi ansa na ye twa na ma wo ho. Sometimes some of us we want to see say action be see. Ansa na aka say wo ade na yampo. Because if since November 2022 almost started almost yes idea na almost chair na dum for by mu Ghana armed forces be mu fire service one mu district assemblies ni ade nyina ye ka kire mu them bonny in ayaye the necessary things have been put in place.
Man, you're proactive
saying yenko si dan ma mo foforo ma na yenko ye den. No, tell me what exactly you want us to do.
Okay.
Ayanye
enti said ya why say obi ba yare no obi aba nche o akwara de fa no ko hospital as if say mama na ne ba yare no nim hospital kwan but e bia bekom no na fa me ko no ene ni honti wode ne ba ne tifi but ya advice no e so fa ne ko hospital into these persons I would say mo start advice wo mo since November 2022
almost start simulation exercise
e di sajuma no wo gi di se no mo means omo any option akomo gusut eti hon ma to enchim ya to me ba ye no e na modru ho yo
asemi see ye no say omo hia tents ni ade no ya ma omo ko mu busuafo ho e wo outside ya ma omo nti what the other option is that e be train na dam na gate na imbubu because insuo no apa ho na ebu all regions including Greater Accra will be evacuated. Even Greater Accra.
Okay.
Because in Sione ba force ade ba no. Em say won force no. And na me hu ade no me say wow. We want to me gina hot say in Siono be share 1 second o. By the time in Siono be ma wo na so no. Na we wie that's the end of you.
Okay.
Inti yen nuanom no. Kuku jaya kaka no so beja. Omo njai politics omo de bibia na say omo ye politics ni wi na omo be say we hu MPP for no omo person omo de we impo ye politics one can like a president will not respond.
Me that say na bibia na was a president responding.
Oh yes.
Me that say
be ha no bia I saw responded to it.
Onobaka
oye nimpa
but on the same issue
me that say me give say what time me no we call program bi or strategize for time ni na
do that be
yeah my time no
me say 10 minutes
exactly yes it means we start me say my time no ha what's the time it menchia otiefo ene me constituency fo nyina Amanfi Central branch executives constituency executive me kira wo nyina na menu ya kasa ebia ya yoro kakra ne president na sem okokaye no as a president yen politicians yi ade bi wa hye mu na so kanye yi okoba wi pa ne ya nto aba ma wo na omo bisa on yema. I mean, we are human beings, but you don't have to voice out. Even sometimes you advise, that is the place obe show some a concern. Now obe we no omo say oh papa yi wo mo amu no omo say ya nto aba ma no enso hwede wa ye because the moment they vote for you no na do nya he jama nya 50 point something %. Na say close to half of the population no empel. And so jina sa asem so how do you run the country? There's a country about 50% of the people in there or me bibia ka so mukrama nto aba ma me. No. A year now about 90%, 95%. I know say majority of the people no tawachi. Na do nankasa ni problem ne say on say si kanti ni trimu ID mpa o. Awurade. Ni reason na ne say said the first one or year dede na free SHS no account we nim say amanfo penasem pa. Your coalition we no olusu ye no. Awi am no. Ama ya odi abehye mu. Say bebrebe ma ye yina Ghana fo anto ama me. To say nye water region kwa de yo water region dey exceptional and what we say ni mu no on pe omasem na me nua yake emra ya to aba o man ko close border no on kwa say we foreigners ye close border no nti en dia ye clear ho ye registration a on person mo register nti ayade a ade ne show mu but me de kra no president ayene suban hu hwem se ma si wo Ghana ha ni we de boso akoho wala wo ye president ben wo hu asem kase bi asi Ghana president tu arama akoho onko ye be kan say on say just a word no me tu record a bit say kaka ye wu ya ye boru tu a nsem si what is a president bi na no on can cram tensional country no mu and calm down I also west wagon ye boat yo saka kamoto bifo yi ko boat yo dia soja fo himi ne ma ekum amanfo eprepra nkrofo yi what is a president bi na no omiena no certain accident bi a esi wo mani mu a what you say na nation hia obi mu akoma bom president bi na no emaya yam kokun wo takradi so for several years in perhaps 2 president miena no dakro da and I say okoho no akohwe a bereaved family no never the two say na president or the money akohwe ba bia just asire ne ade sia na ene dana so that has been his modus operandi ntanya mwanwa na Volta region there especially just say enye because say see baby France omo cathedral bi ebu now I was sending tweet dada no diskako France wa onwene France for the asa na akomo muska Williams wu America na the condolence nipa ba ko no the na organize me aye nipa na ye Ghana na why this place or is it a sin not na touch my not one me a bomb to if they on any crop for some am robbers and the strategy and crop for using say the say nipa woman man form timi all kasa no break akra na se be fansa Ghana fo nim yesi e hwe o don say no aye o di bone na ko mfa no na on party no say no now yamra we so dam no so from here now I'm going to speak as an expert a little bit me fancy medium expert in the field
okay
because me a marine engineer
okay
with the marine we deal with the water ne fluids ne tanks ne ade. Yes, on the ship as a chief engineer for many years. When you see, chief engineer and engineers, they must be sacked straight away.
Okay.
And what you are hearing now? Also, what Bonnie Pano, you can say, your mom could since 2011.
Or say November, and I'm afraid.
I say
November 2000 last year. Yeah,
that is outrageous. Say engineer what the obetuma ya say boni park kokko say ensuo ni beyi enti free ho
na nkomonye den
na what you na we den
enti nkomonye den onabo
and na make sure say as obi am wo that field no that's absolute nonsense. It's with my word we engineer wako school no na what you dey say me mama me so kwotena ho na ehu say ensuo ni beyira na wako ka kire kra o mu free ho na ensuo no e beyira afamo. Use scientific means. But Obianam, no can digitalization, dear. Where do you here? Practically, on the ship, you have several tanks, oil tanks, water tanks, ballast tank, ballast ensure a balance ship no. Into your first sea water near the goon, near your fresh water tank, your fuel tank, your diesel tank. Nina work it because automation. Pump start a drew level then one stop and also your tank be flow akom. This modern time. Kwabin Krumah Mumpela say baby if your car body see that in 1965. How many years technology about? What have you added? If they should allow me, I can work in consonant with the people there. No matter on quiet before Saudi NC. Automation. Automatino is that 277.
Yeah.
So if so why is so X should divert to here. Simple.
And to divert to where that is the abeye issue be a castle why not mini dams around the Akosombo Dam na ye divert here. What is the solution now?
Solution nini say obey scientifically. Yes, Uberman na kunkrofo. No, there is a way. Even you can measure the flow rate na insurance day balo. Measure the flow. And you say pesa extra 267. And I yes, sir. 277. Yam pesa extra ho. And the flow na airban measure. You want you be measure the flow. And you do at this time you better calculate the flow. No calculate the height. Na dab na kasa be automatically. If there's nowhere you be do ho.
Nkebe
Kakra for some time.
Okay.
Oh, regulating no making sure say end do ho. Wa bring so end overflow. This is simple mathematics. I said the flow mechanics and you afraid fluid mechanics. Obi oya science, I engineer, oya ibian, oya inmarried. This is what we do. May tanks be about 20-30 tanks on the ship as chief leader may control. How do we do that? Tank can fill automatically. Fat water be an oil, no other tank way machine work near the biakoha. Purification. You purify oil for her near the Akogu way. How do we do it? Oil is heated to about 120 degrees. Now the country say no, we have found a way. Our technology are making sure say I didn't overflow, which if you are going home straight away. Coffee.
And honorable with expertise in the idea, who say your engineers,
yes,
I would draw Ghana or Maoma Co School, a Kitamu certificate. Also, my new your Moson Faso, and I say your office is sitting on one election
because the direction of the country, and ma obikura or honukra na dwene there were educated people I do agree them in quantum names adi no yeah sort of engineering marine practical obi why is calculation on yeah practical but yeah if you go to the shipper this is what we do. Last time my boss a year and be challenging one war a video so some boss within 1 hour I'll find out why they're saying that they're all contaminated. No, it's not possible. If you're doing your job well, it should not happen. Contamination. No. Then the person there was negligent. Or they're sacking. One year sacking. Where ye now we're engineer. You try to lab cruise or them. Near you triano. Now all you can come and say, tell us, say, I didn't bomb kai say, or Montreal, and I didn't boost.
At a point of credit, they are telling us as a Matthew so disappointing or more.
Who cares about that?
Yeah.
It means you're not doing your work. And I'm saying, on the ship, me work here, these things happen. No, you can't say this. I'll give one practical example. One time I had a problem like this as a chief engineer. And I'm 24 bar ship, I had packed my bag. As a person in charge, Uneasy is the head that wears the crown, so I'm ready to go home. And they had to beg me because you're free dry dock, automation, you're found too automatic because tank and failure drew baby and they pump and cut it off, and I diverted call another tank. Because people were tired. Russian free home. The gauge was also working.
Okay.
It's a manual. It's engineer no or starting, Had year man. Well,
Tianan say
Bufaso and share deck, a ship deck in the big course, your consumes millions of dollars you charge you. So as a chief, even though I was sleeping in the night, I felt I had failed. I packed my bag, and the morning they came on board, I said, no, please, I take responsibility, so I'm ready to go home. They said, no. We have to investigate. Make sure report the man. The gauge was not working. The officer put the distance on manual. All pump or control room or gauge. He didn't know say the gauge was faulty. Now pump so the manual I found to automatic. Into a drew level and me stop.
Okay.
This is the report. So the officer said, no, it's not your fault. Write a report like this that we send to all the ships to make sure that we don't repeat this pillage. And every time a human error. So the person should not be there. No, the person should go. No matter what.
Okay.
Look at the life and property, I say. Now because they say na uti wana uye adwuma no. Na wo fa so ne say. Because automation when you bet my young medical canon. Mhm. You call hospital. Some measure urine flow rate. Say you was yari mema yari
prostate no nia dia.
Prostate man dia. Okwa afidio ho a sabi udwonso a na measure of flow rate no. It is the same principle can be used in this one. I say first Johnson na egu dab nachi. Dab no edru height level bia. The pressure the height times the density of the water times the the gravity. Earth's gravity. And we really calculate pressure. It's a height no too much. Pressure no be too much.
Okay.
No. That is the essence. And to do sa level na, e dey to calculate ne hu e bi e be hye ho a gate na e be bue no. I go say flow rate na dey ban e do this time bia e be do this yi nti e be bue kakra to make sure say the level will not go there and it will not go below there. Mate. Where you one more point. We show you I don't know time so
oh time na so na because we say the entire time na so but the entire ora for the entire me stand here because he's an expert.
Yes.
I was suffered ho what you say no we share baby or the na oh Debbie me ba chotie we say enyanye political I know enyanye political eti me pese
me pese ya political medical kind. Yeah, expert of VR, but VR no, it is not expert in VR. You are an engineer. Yes. Engineer is an engineer, and I'm an engineer. No, and here I'm a marine engineer.
Different.
Intermediate say, oh no, people are a mechanical engineer.
But what power?
Me a marine engineer.
With 10 minutes.
That's all my man. Yeah, this one is going to help the country.
Okay.
Yes. Last one. Last one. No. Last one. And they say, practically, we share some bath I would them person bulls you and my drew baby now them one would be anyone when you be in too much about saying soon be busso and I would be a so too much about saying soon be coffee and what do? You use your mind to regulate what be a tap
okay
now drain because you say Ubayanson level be Emma and this is a simple idea you see my cabin engineers no good honor challenge me. Na membra ni ejina interest as a Ghanaian.
Okay.
They know that what I'm saying.
Onabwaka mama na say abrantie ora Atik Mohammed abeka mensa ewo ha yemfa no ento matchen Atik.
Me da say na mic you
sa to the obe homa me sa me da say akwaba Yansha de yakoso ewo voter in say 3 regions crumpled na ye affected considering the fact say 10 years ago and Adom no almost pele ye were 2023 in fact 13 years Ukraine because the last time was 2010 na yatna ho for 13 good years yaspele havoka akose obeka say bibi nkoyi ana
because ne di kan ma mincha minyo mo ha ene yeti fo nyina na mincha Republic of Gamaga fo nyina ne anope media you can say BBC you need to project and even focus na wait me can say looking at the rate of water inflows here na we show a pattern of rain now in the next 2-3 years it is likely say the dam would exceed is maximum holding capacity no until do sana there's likelihood say spillage but nienti I mean pese you blame on be say also there's a phenomenon that is ongoing now in the world our friend climate change. That makes it difficult to predict certain weather patterns as social environment no look nanu ya na ye bon persons yumbegu dam no mebwa. We commanded the clergy to go to Akosombo to go and pray for Nzio. But then Nzio ne timi tomu ebrusu ema you can say yes spillage. That tells you say there are changing dynamics as far as our weather goes Until I don't want to fault them for not envisioning such a scenario. I would have thought say from 1965 I mean we have evolved. energy generation ne nsem no. I mean, we've evolved. We've come a very long way. In Tinanka, my dream, no, there should have been some alternative arrangements, 50-50, because this is not the first time. We see this about the 5th time, even though the intensity of we know, I know yet didn't change previous ones, no. But we've had experiences like that. In my dream, no, we should have had some arrangement, some contingency arrangement, such that BBC Sia na either excesses, no. We can channel the excesses into some other holding reservoirs. Ana bibi, senebea yebiti media bibi papa. What is here? But we say I try mana could do some Mpensenpensenmu. That's where I think VR in Ghana buying. I make Ghana buying. I'm not being regime specific. Make Ghana buying from 1965. Yeah, dear. And your engineers, to some extent, many honorable dream because your engineers are who could advise. Say, look. I say it me dream alternatives way so that near year in 2010 no year who beam and I be ba we can take care of it. Nanko my suggestion. Mudia suggestion na bank say you nisika ye and we lack the technical expertise to do that. Na ye nyina ye hu say oh mudia muka na yese muka but aban na anti anya hu bibia. But to sit down and say metie and no mu piaro. When a similar question was put to him, na the suggestion is better, sir. And my question was, when you say better, sir, what does that mean? A sikasem and a technical expertise na NBA. Whatever it is, you should be able to state what the problem is. Then it's me dream a collective solution to that problem. No? And as far as the exceeding of the capacity is concerned, I don't want to fault VI because obviously, almost force major. This is something you have no control over. What you are saying?
But I think now Kasebia climate change and so LED to the witness in the minima dear more expertise in MYN and a yama overnight, a babrusu overnight, and I say a take a period, BBA a week or two, and I say, me perceive who a period they bet to me, and Sanya say, I overflow. And I that's sorry and to me overflow. Sanity.
No, what my understanding of the situation is they started sensitization the sensitization to evacuate the areas, somewhere last year. November, somewhere last year. So they projected there's a likelihood it's like kind of saying an overflow might happen. Until omonyan shishena evacuate the area. But the quintessential Ghanaian aji atrancham no bar. I'm funny, I'm being serious. What you say? But me, the even though this is a tragedy, but near me, the woman say, we've lost property, all right. But these are things that are replaceable. But don't quite yet, Sabi, Nipano Qua.
Madam, I mean, sir, what do you slow?
Okay.
Okay, say climate change. Climate change, nobody has got control over it.
Yes.
Once I'm now can because climate change there, then you can't blame anybody. Now say climate change. Now we can say, notice last year November. Tell me something happened.
No. When I was talking about
so why couldn't they?
I was talking about taking steps to forestall what happened in 2010. No? What is here? Next 2010.
And were those steps taken?
No, they could not anticipate overflow will happen in 2013 because one say you can say water levels apart from now akosoro but you were and akosoro ntina can say emre bi na nsuo ho odin dam
and they realize it
but because of climate change you cannot predict weather patterns. What you say with certain ntina almost
they are blaming they knew.
No.
According to you,
no, they projected. Say it is likely. Say BBC, okay. And that's why they took steps. They took steps, and the steps they took. They said, you see, what I'm trying to tell you is that
man, worry about she's taking his own interpretation.
No, I'm an engineer. That is why I'm an engineer. So when
that is where the problem is. When you make your mind say, one person bet you be
it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Technical. You kasa.
David. There's nothing technical about rains and spilling.
Weather patterns and climate.
But
who beside me specific questions?
Yes,
ABC 2010. I then iron shahaya mana sabi
13 years old.
And Amika say
no provisions made.
And Amika he said you can't blame them for the exceeding levels, Name they could have taken steps. You can't blame them for the exceeding levels. And they say climate change weather patterns are and it rains, happen all the time.
Okay.
But and I also made the point they could have made alternatives, not even 2010, from 1965. Because Nyoma Sisa, until they could have made suggestions now about Nyamu BB. But water levels, and yes, via na water levels look through. Climate change is responsible.
But we dey gauging now mo share baby da na hona me pese me tia
they have been gauging and they have been opening the dam in kakra. And yet this is not the first one now maybe.
Okay.
No, can anybody predict weather patterns?
I think.
But let us all know. This is not just before.
So I take platform na yedia man to the woman you na obi able.
They can automate. How do you mean? They can automate the levels. How to know the gauge and answer the end.
Yes, Tio. You can automate the flow na air ban.
Which flow?
When you say
The flow of the water.
To where?
Water na air
so
ban.
the exceeding levels are then no.
I measure the flow. The strength idea ban. Say bia within this period the water na air ban at certain stage it be do this level. And coupled with the level they can link that to the valves na ebie. And to the more
but that's what is there.
That is exactly what is happening.
That is what is there, and that is why they open it. That is why they open it for spillage. They open it for spillage.
Say it has reached the maximum holding level, no?
Yes.
And they have to spill.
And
it's automatic. And you can never be against the automation. Almost press a button.
Again, honorable. What can I press a button? No, you don't need to press the button.
No, see.
When it gets to that level, you have to open
No.
Okay. Make a headway. Mr.
See, I think honorable is obsessed with the word automation.
No,
otherwise,
that is
exactly what he's trying to do.
That's good, brother.
Education.
You see, if they don't automate water flow levels, they will not know that at this point a better. Because they get information up to minute information about the levels. Until November last year, they projected say at this rate, by this time 1 year capacity the level and once it goes beyond our maximum holding capacity I say yes spillage until can show to evacuate. What I say until the wide automation is up. If they don't automate, how will they know the rates and be able to even project?
Oh my brother,
but you see,
and
the spillage didn't happen. It started slowly.
Thank you.
No more than 20,000 a day. Copim says here,
level
80,000 a day. And it's not like almost you are sabi. You can discuss other.
And obviously, bet me, I said, okay, so no 20,000 a day, no. Maybe I'm not going to me a broso. Said the Akayam will be a
if they did, I can go for PA.
Yeah, I want to understand.
Once they can bomb my money, say.
And I have one, ye Gemuna across the same havoc. No,
you can explain.
No, they told the communities, a split is likely.
Okay.
To move evacuate or monty. So when it went beyond the capacity, they started spilling kakra. That was when if they did at 180,000, they say no second growth kakra. So
until now, no the flow na equal the yebi na capacity ahi.
Yeah, 180,000 a day.
And one equal so ya na mewa.
No, if they didn't graduate in Angan Grofu, if you do it precupesana. That's
why people are not dying.
That's why nobody has lost his life.
Mate, I take my man. I say, I
didn't know, bro. So
I was saying, any rapper upon this.
They have.
How many minutes did you do?
10.
When you're 10.
Oh, mission time 41.
Honorable concern, sir.
Yes.
Honorable concern, sir.
Who started at 1 and
honorable 3 minutes. Honorable 3 minutes.
Hey, to see you 5 minutes.
Almost 12 gates. How many BNs you know? And it goes to different channels. Gates, no, Uber to me be 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on the capacity. I will say in Sioni film. Maybe we want the cut down by 1 feet or 2 feet. Based on that, now would be a gate. Now would be a gate. So insure no dodo no so will depend. Insure finds its way into your part. Insure yourself. Say a bruswa in a beco communities near the no. That is why I make a choice after simulation exercises. No more no more bien no say insure no kakra. But once Akosombo dam no enya nsuo na eto wo soro no pe na eba wo tributaries fi ho na eba it ni nyina abegum na nsuo no so kamo a it makes the water go high. You can sit there one day, the water can go up by 1 feet or 2 feet. You can wake up the next morning when especially in Sionoto, what kind the last rains are AC one Friday be that I'm okay central region.
Okay.
Midday more manage your friend say Ogojo. My bedroom for you. My member no had to go and wipe the whole place. It's never happened in the last 10-20 years. It's never happened. These are natural things, Eba. You can't do anything about it. And you're marine engineer, Sam.
No, that's what it has.
Why?
Energy was
energy.
What has it got? Marine engineer who yes ship
you are not in the field there. But if you put him.
Me bato no bo ye make you progress wadaroma ye second topic me bato enra
you are not that
you don't know
me bato brother if you are not an engineer in electricity generation you go very obepe muntimi
why look at the way he's saying
you see madam said
madam say
I take wadaroma honorable
electricity production.
Okay, me pato ye share the National Cathedral no ene ensema eboboba enra na mpanyifo asafo mpanyifo mienu edu omodwuma eto ho as members at the board of trustees no mpanyifo yi Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams and Reverend Eastwood Anaba Oma resign last year August 2022 and was of opinion Dagi Ward Mills one also edi na dwuma to ho ni nyina ye nyuma bi omusu se eni na ho emfa mo National Cathedral ni sie eni ho akwan asema no paye bisa eni se ba be gedro no does it mean say de keka kwai no eba beka foundation level modui project ne beka anasa beto aso na revelations and penyifo edi ababonte no bibi wo hono ma wo so man no ebisa wo ma wo da no for accountability no wo se ebisa na mame hyase wo honorable enchen honorable aka National Cathedral nim say eba no say yen criticize yen set records a muna mudimu akotene point na me hyase wo ho no dia sofu ya beka about auditor o ma request ya enya adwuma no a vindicate mo ana
Yobia we dey we no me ka ho asem kakra bi na ma divert I must warn because sa category I ka ho asem aka it was not needed. I saw for it omo mpaibo we brebo omo bono you didn't know say this cathedral was not important to the country. You bu judges adan yes new ones yes you bu millions of dollars near the triam and we said these things as of for what are they after media me can or your station say me and say about power our advocate you find one of the biggest hospitals now mudi at cathedral ni as of for no yare ya from koguo because sana south of covid chi no I look to Mahama
UGMC
UGMC because that UGMC Pamabaki call one of the hospitals Mahama Esinu. You see, these are the things that are needed in the country. And your cathedral, if churches near the church who see cathedral, one who see Duncan Williams near the almost see of cathedral. There's no restriction on anybody. The house estate you be wasting millions. Even the design alone. Look at the amount of money we spent on the design. Even the tia can SaaS play idea American. This money can be used to automate the system. System you say bano and no detect you. This is modern engineering no. Flow the bano machines will detect the amount of water coming. Now the time to open the gate, the percentage are I mean these are all automated. Into no I'm making sure say there's no spillage, there's no danger. Now the more care they say, another time it's going to happen. If there's no solution now, it means it's going to happen again. Now me feel say there's a solution. you between the mechanism as she flow no mu na they connect the valves where they say edu alo akobie
so what's uncle see
yes initially no
that man asem so
me say me need misunderstanding I'm talking VR for engineers ho listen VR engineers ho as I'm speaking the engineers there if they think what I'm speaking is not it doesn't make sense they should call in. If they think what I'm saying, yes, make sure say no. They have PRO, they have those people. Obviously, they make cano. If it doesn't make sense, they should come out. I'm telling you, say this time, no, you cannot go and press a button like you're saying, and open the this thing. They said it. They say, oh, let me talk. Let me talk. What's our copy? Yes. Oh, my brother. You are not engineers. You are not engineers. So let me talk.
So
let me speak.
The amount of water you spill is automated. If you are on a ship, that is so bad ship.
Okay, honorable Mpacho meet you. Online them obi line na wo de na dem say wo de ozi wo na yeti o.
Obi a lawyer. It when a time comes engineers e dey kasa no a. The lay people they feel say they also have done it.
You can disagree with an engineer if you think it points.
Exactly, but sometimes no, this is technical. Oh, yeah, discussing them.
But I don't know, but I take me so to say issue you would my memory back na massa clarification no. What call to say VR and I say damn way and you might have you experienced it?
Like the spillage, and I said,
and no, the machines, no.
Oh, I've been to VRA. Oh, a number of times. I've been there.
Exactly.
Turbines, I've gone to, several times.
Okay.
Time I announced me call, and we used to have a lot of programs. Now me baby. I call someone. You got turbines in there. You're questioning us for. But you see, this word about automation. If you don't automate, no, beside me question.
Okay, because as I'm sure you be automation you want not 10:30 I na yapon. It would you be experts no. You see, you be engineers no experts no. Na ya sheda nyoma di san ko because me here nchemu papa. Ko nyama be bro hon ma menti say what dey koso yi.
Engineer. My dear, nyame can say or see they should automate the spillage. Meaning they are doing. And that is exactly what they are doing. Otherwise, automate here. How would you know, say, in a day, this is the amount of water I'm spilling. When you're sad to do on paper. Because on our 10 minutes, I and calculate the number of water I pay.
Thank you.
I mentioned to say,
me too.
They have electrical engineers. They have mechanical engineers. They have. Or actually say, we are marine engineer. You should be an electric engineer.
Until on this issue, when mechanical engineers never come once. They have mechanical engineers, but you know, when once or they have civil engineers.
Okay.
But as when
you are ignorant. Listen.
That's what me too.
As a marine engineer, there's no place that I cannot work.
Okay, let him tell us. Marine engineer, what does he do specifically?
Well, Google, and see say where does the marine engineer fit? Google.
No, who is
I'm not asking you. So you don't know her. Then that is not the game we are coming to do here. I'm telling you, sir, the most versatile. The most the most versatile branch of engineering is marine. The most versatile.
According to you.
No, that is
okay.
That's a go and Google. So whatever.
Mate, honorable.
It's why you're too known. I think
honorable Aka.
I'm already qualified by
honorable Aka.
Yes. All types of engineering, including civil engineering, because they are versatile. Is that what you are saying?
You will not let me speak.
Maybe who is a marine
engineer? Jamaican won't what course did you take? Economics.
Economics.
Honorable Aka, on Tinya Mabia say, when we VR, what is the VR?
Oh, I see.
Wakoto wo hoda. What's a wuka ye no be ko dan bi mu. E dan na ye wo ko no. Buttons bi na wo ho. Those buttons are the things that control the turbines and everything over there. So wo ko turbine no ho a enye nipa na e ko bie gate wo. It what e ho. No wo pese e bia gate 1 gate 2 gate 3 wo press the button na it opens automatically. Automatic na oka no that automatic eka dia yen ka sesi ani say sa insuo na koso won and aye overflow no we could have maybe diverted it into dams and other area but at the moment sikasem yen dwe hu sa say we need so much billions to do that. It takes time, but now na assembly no we have to solve this problem. Into enya dia we beka ko gina baby na waka say oh because we engineer won kwa na wote ase won fiti pharmacy me ko Christ the chemical other schools here there. We've always visited Akosombo and they show you how the things work. Sometimes in both simulation exercise no they go and stand in the room. They don't go to where you know one no mark be gate say maybe a gate sir who press a button up a gate na kasa baby. It's automated. All those things are automated. Insuno diversion in poni ade nyina is automated.
To know the volumes.
That is why omunim baby insuno part no ebefa no, and that is why they call those in those environs say bra na yen che say ye baby insuno level hwe baby edu sa insuno 1 feet no na say overflow it ye baby it ebefa baby asa kwan na ye create say ebefa no and it goes through into the sea when we there no. However no insuno because edos no it say insuno ato insuno to Odon river yema Odon river yema and flow over to even shops near the it does. And also because Obianko press a button and not because Obian engineer or
but Alfred Wokasa must attack him patrol Wokasa must say now Wokasa you realize problem wo hon was see survey e be here billions of sika and yet ye bi ni ho but now assemness no e was so mine no e hwe na ye resolve adenti na de bia na so mine e was ye tena saturentem na ba ne ye hu dede ansana ya solutions.
The truth is that the truth is that sikebia nso omanbia sometimes no it takes a long-term planning because such a of diverting water from Akosombo into other regions and other places it's big money.
It's a planning asian ha
oh mean to me because me need cable no
okay
ebia marine engineer betumi aka but me mean to me but the truth is that we all need to know that it will take billions of dollars to do this diversion into regions are able to use water for other things, irrigation and other things, dams and all those. And yes, kaketwa. So obit now no say na na kese omo ye na ka so yes na na kese ye bibi sa. But at the end see let us look at the way forward and how we can solve and also make sure say you be create a situation that in the future no some of these things won't happen, or when it happens it will be at a lower rate because there's climate change. Everything in this world is changing. Apart from economic crunch, there's a serious climate change going on. It's every year. It's topic and dealing with climate change. What is climate change? It's about all our weathers and everything changing. It's about things that are going on in a different way.
How are we as some also positioning ourselves to say said the changes are bano ya way yate say koso. It is saying na say climate change na bano ye be make provisions ye de be ho ye ntumi nya 100% cry.
Question we be a very good question. But the very person say na to me more answer wo ni parliamentarians no say omakasa dem bra no ma share ebe boa say in the future say bibi sa sia climate change ekoso no dem bra no ma share against the climate change yensu say face international very good say no be answer that question no because omo no mo share bra na na meboa. They should tell us what they've done as parliamentarians, looking into the future. Because Obianim say climate change. Because as parliamentarians, then Omodiato say yes, Juma. Now other institutions calling them to order say this is what you should do. Okay. I know they are in your parliament.
Digress from the
same.
What's moving forward? And I think this conversation about automation is that these are all beside them. They are incidental to the discussion. I say, how much is here? What is the way forward? And Okabibia Miraho, he claims to be the expert. But Okazembia Miraho say automation Anka Viari, they'll be releasing it small, then there will be no danger. as if say nsuo no like once they start releasing emba biem. And that once they automate no more releasing nsuo na nya dey be become biem.
Don't misquote me.
But that's what you said. I just you see, Master, don't under economic
don't progress. I take.
Because my education is just to give you a broad mind of so many things.
And not yet shed the way forward. Now, myself. You see, after 30 minutes, the cathedral is no can be as well. You better with it and Saturday.
Economics on him answer.
Okay, me too.
Why? But if you say something that I disagree with, I don't have the right to say something.
What can
using the ordinary mind. Economics to me explaining Jamaican. My brother. Economics explaining.
How?
Albert
Engineering.
Economics.
Yes. So what you are saying is engineering. My sister.
Look, we need to take him to VRA to fix this.
You know even this one, you need the regional planning people to be part of it. You know that.
I will be part of it.
Regional planning, you know that they have to be part of it.
Okay, Madam, I say, Mama yen to us, or the mamma nimija. My bedja for my men to us, into my men 20, a baby to us. Now, Minima Obana, won't say Naquadano, Osha, or war. I do much a dear when you more to me a year piana, and Maquadano, so I be the next biggest and Suma Ewagan has saying, and yes, I dear son himself, Suma, yes, rain season 6. Asanso ba biem ne saso no ba no se ofri be se onyamro 12 years nkwa de akwanya no eda ho se wode ne beba na ensroma no akora ne so de ne ho abeshem nti se no ya tenaka mu ayeba nti no we no audition no ano na ye hyase me pacho kumase mu amu kumase no bosumi ya 21st and 22nd October ye ba kumase True Vine Hotel eho na yeba abe auditions no enti fa oba de bra na ye hwe so wadoma chede bi woni mu a takra den so no Akroma Plaza eye 28th and 29th October ewon kran has ewo hono na wase no so de mamesa ewo takra de enti Akroma Plaza ene bekoso na enkran ha so no eye Mikado Conference Center and no 4th and 5th November and ye de ensroma auditions no hyehyɛ so ewo enkran ha hyɛne so ensroma yesi yesren Adom TV ye wazoye nti eye Kumase takrade na enkran Kumase ye True Vine Hotel 21st ekosi 22nd October takrade Akroma Plaza 28th and 29th October and enkran so ye Mikado Conference Center 4th and 5th November sedate nenso na fa obane bra obeba beye the next ensroma ya Ghana ehia Access Bank so some countries so women prene pitch 2023 no ye gusua nti no if 11 September atwam de babesi busumu we 29th October no eno na ekosom nti we no me pacha obetumi do ho ahyem we eye season 5 yesi hooray we oba wanya 18 na de kosi 45 years ana na we oba so woni sode hunu a wo person edema kwadwuma eye agriculture enye na ebre na som me pacho wo betumi woni mo bi so wo sa ni mudie no anasa bibi etesa wo agri business bi a ekonya na beda ho ediama ho opportunity ni nie se wo di wo business no ebekọ the next level into 5th edition Access Bank edeba no fa ho sem wo betumi awini 1 million Ghana cedis worth of prizes wo so beje odie sika wom training wom web design wom publicity and do na applications no ya tumu at the 29th October 2023 it may so visit your website no www.ghana.accessbankplc.com na register wo betumi so afre 0800 004400 to free and will be open yet the bema Access Bank Womenpreneur Pitchathon 2023 was it inspiring, connecting, empowering. Yet was so Emma Msababeja former come down. Eti you making progress. Ye koye nim pacho me mo bia fa yen kwati ye braka aka 25 minutes na ya
25
enti no me shase wo National Cathedral ye baso yewie average on labi sam sane de ne
no can National Cathedral sane
cathedral no labi my friend we no about social commentator why
I didn't
o say say ono abu aka ne de awie.
Okay, then
one day.
Or starting and only go back today. Mate.
What did you Hey, sir, you 10:20. I can't 15 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Who started? Who started 10:2 by 10:7. Ubewi into the wild show time no 10:3 see ya na kwatere
10:3 na woman 10:3 National Cathedral Nsem no dey maintain ase because my life mun nyina menim say ye board member ana my friends ye from sample omo ye board of trustees no mo na say mo hwe the auditing of the accounts, the running of the accounts and everything na ekoso wo ho. It is a board of trustees be catch me say or train government, my government acquire independent auditor. Mentiase. Because they themselves, time assembly na see no say they are holding on any progress of the distance until they get their independent auditors to come and do. Yes, I know kind of they suspend any progress of the National Cathedral. No? As far as I know, that's what I heard. Now, the board of trustees, why can say we are? How now do you blame government? Say government and offer independent auditors. You have to meet. It's the board who decides who audits them. Say ebia memma KPMG, memma your friend almost say Ernst & Young, memma PricewaterhouseCoopers, no mbabebe audit me. And to say omo audit me we are. Then now I bring the findings out. And how do you blame the government? Say omo.
And do you think say omo was 2 minutes omo back of auditors abaye say
that is why they are the board of trustees. It's the board that what your friend say authorizes who audits their accounts. Nobody can do that apart from the board. Say president in Pope they can suggest and the board it's a board a president say offer or nominate you maybe a CEO of an organization or nominate you and the board would have to approve. Say ampa yaji we a CEO or yenjina CEO. And the board no, they sit down with the your friends and administrators of the cathedral no, and decide okay, sa account sika bim print na fa auditors na auditors so they will write, the board secretariat will write to the auditors say auditor bra na behwe ABCD my these are your terms of reference ni ade nyina sa sika na ebetua oni ade nyina. Then after that, you bring your findings out. It is a Omaba out saying because from January year auditing to say I'm seriously at a loss to why they are now blaming everyone but themselves.
And I think
I believe that they should come out and tell us what they have to tell us. There's something that they are not telling us, but they cannot put the blame at the doorstep of the government. I will not go in for that. It's not corporate social corporate responsibility. That's not how you do it. Say ebia obi be fie aba be ye auditor mo. Say ebia bibi strong na bibi akoso wronga ebia okay then we can say the trustees nankasa omunsa wonyam they themselves cannot even come out and do anything, but it's a lot of trustees there. And if there's one person and nipa mienu a ebi omo aye bibia enfata no, they can be recruited from the from the meeting and the rest will decide.
Okay, it was movie na waban nya ye ne president nya ye if a national cathedral no sinkiana.
I don't think so. Say trustees no omo answer na omo break no say a friend say independent auditors number time omo kan no with the administrator no omo can say they are suspending all other fundraising and other things. Yeah, independent auditing we are, then they will continue with it. Until I believe say even though it's on suspension, people will be there working and making sure somebody nyama to 2 years.
To me realize we at the Amagana National Cathedral.
They are AFA.
Possible.
They are AFA. They are AFA. And they say when you go through challenges, you come out as a stronger person. There are challenges in everything. Obia will challenge you in life. Even though we're dressing fine and then we're on point, you still have challenges.
Alfred, when
the challenges come, the way you work yourself and come out of it, in a bit share with thing. Well, I believe say it is possible.
Me that's I take my memory hoy.
Media. As so far my resign, they should have resigned a long time ago. The static cathedral Nsem say it's not a sustainable project. You share in the scheme of things and yeah, Ghana for here. Why? There are several cathedrals and churches all over the country. What you say? Now near Kumi Krani said we decided to collapse buildings. I see an ND 3 years here. Bubu Nina to construct Cesar white elephant. And the very minute the identity of one of the members was called into question, that was the very minute and I resign. Ura Dakiwad Mills resigning. Well, I expect to say anyone would have followed suit. Because I didn't say it near time. The revelations that were coming out, name koye. What I say about Montana Swam as is I don't know, are you gone? And I'm resign. You are leaving at a time, Sebi. It doesn't come with glory. You should have resigned at the time. Now it was obvious say no koye, expenditures were way above limits. And you can say we shared I mean there were traces and concerns about corruption and conflict of interest situations in Nasifo. Indeed, beyond the fact that I've always made the point say cathedral here. We share in the scheme of Ghana's needs. Cathedral is on Edna das you here. Nyoma here who come areas here quite yet. Sika so far we've sunk into this and there's nothing to show for it as apart from Saab Amanano. Me sure this asking and me area quite what you say. It is not a project that we need to pursue. And Tina Bisa said that Ben he beat me when I was a. That's the only thing he could say. Because I didn't enter me uncle baby I and near me ya and says Sika ye dear gum. And it's just a man and a hard we need to rethink and catch here. Maybe we can demand accountability. Okay. But beyond that, we can reconfigure our project into something able to me abua Ghana mind. Look, conference center way. Ghana is making so much money from it. And Ukra, you see, there was structural integrity issues. We can even do an annex. Na ye di nyoma bi abe kan na like nyoma edis ka be Ghana mind. Edi monyambe she Ghana. Ubawa ufasa coins these are nice structures. They have meaningful uses for. But cathedral sebi. I think that it was not thought properly. It was not thought through properly, and the implementation is even worse. Until we have like much more pressing needs in this country than to be wasting our time on this. But the call for auditors, is long overdue.
Okay.
Well, you see, internal economics, when you want to calibrate your needs, no, maybe, oh no, so you always draw a different scale of preference. What I say, until needs need the abuse to change. What I say, until even though every need is pressing, some are much more pressing than others. Until we say, this, in fact, my view, this is a one tempo and you need. What I say, we can do without the National Cathedral. What I say, but it affects productivity among for Adom 106.3. And there are things that we need to do. Maybe say we can reconfigure our projects.
Okay.
Now, audit need they need to do the audit.
Who needs to do it?
You see, Neomaki can call. They should have demanded the audit before leaving. You don't make the call at the time you've exited. But nonetheless,
okay, release now. Almost say they almost started making Sakoyi in January
and nobody
in October. Yes, it's the issue after they raising. The issue after the raising is an uncle Mancasa board no. Ebe to me, yes, sir, audit no. Or man ye blame net to government. So I think I was see a come na ye share.
You see,
yeah,
this is a complex situation in the sense that once the cathedral is not wholly private.
No.
Yeah. So Abayinzu an auditor. So the trustees cannot just go to the auditor general and say, "By your audit."
They say call for an independent audit.
But why the auditor general can do an independent audit?
They are going to call for an independent audit.
I can't 1 minute. I take.
You see, near me can say, Abayin one auditor. Abayin sika wom. You can speak to government to invite the auditor general. So auditor general, why? All the institutions are auditing, and auditor general. But when you invite the auditor general, they sublet some of the responsibilities to third parties.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it comes in the name of auditor general. And it necessarily doesn't have to be say, oh, you're fresh KPMG. You write to the auditor general because I buy auditor no. Because if you go and get an independent auditor, when you be But if you write it through the auditor general, they'll go and contract either KPMG or any other reputable audit firm. No more by. But at the end of the day, it comes in the name of the auditor general. And I'm not sure auditor general would want to shield Sebi Obia Wedi Boni because a buying auditor general.
May I say, Mamenko a honorable Kwatiaka Hona just say we are sa.
I'm a few 5 minutes. Quiet.
Oh, Bacho, Time I demand on. Who said most Munina Musamba can automation
automation. And you can't put it on anyone.
Okay.
Make for me.
Quiet.
Oh, me time a song. Oh, honorable. Me too.
Many I agree. Cathedral for once. Let's tell me the car come on I can't so. Baby, I'm in agree say. Baby, I'm in agree say. I talk now say only a whole day, but I don't agree with him. Whole in Siosa Begum. Yeah, it's a hole with water. I a swimming pool, big swimming pool, my hole. I begum. I know it is your kind. I do agree. So this is not what we need. Yes, we need better things than the cathedral.
Okay.
Now, everyone say so for woman say with your knowledge in God, no. One will say, I count, you know, this is not what we know. Say, so when say, wait now, oh, my brother, quiet. Yes. More discipline me, more discipline me, integer. Yeah, Mammy last say, you know, Mammy fat, and you said, next time, when things like this, if you are a case, next time, we invite technical people. Because yes, maybe marine engineer, electrical engineer,
okay,
mechanical engineer, and no, now about civil engineer. Yes, I do agree. Because Jamaica, one typical example,
okay,
on the ship, a role, it borders everything. Listen,
honorable yet you until the casa.
A role, a course I say heavy weight in a bar. Weather no, but it rolls.
Okay.
So what we have done is say, one a roller, and we have tanks underneath. At this time, the first night ship starts sinking. This time, the man say tanks no, you are connecting to computers.
Okay,
you are connecting to computers. And the ship need roll say the computer will detect the angle of roll. Your angle of roll. Now, and while I transfer water to the other side. Na my ship na right. And she ensure ko ha na say Emma
this say what cathedral ba
yes
marimu.
It may show say with this one no you bet we dia aye sa you know dab no.
Okay.
But we say many pan e ko press button. Dem ya automatically say
me that say.
Ade na ba no na noa ebie. Na mo twen say obehwe nipa say a drew level say na me ko press button my sister this thing will never end.
I'm
challenging the people, the engineers. So how many trans in the area? Oh, trans in the area. Near facade, almost automation is press a button. That is not it. Automation is a nuancasa, a very text.
Oh, no, but my men are saying, now I'm a roll, now I spill and answer I maintain. That is it. Yapon.
Planting for foods and jobs.
And
they are launching planting for foods and jobs by the president. Your friends say, "Me, I mean, you are Kofi, Japan, almost launching, and I'll urge all the youth, a game changer. You have more land, 10 acres. Now, yeah, more every equipment near there, more scarce now with the farms near there, so that food will be in abundance.
Thank
and
you.
Yet to say other places are no more ration full time are covered by.
Me that say.
And this is